So this is the We Don't Know show on Phonic FM 106.8, and now I'm going to go into a bit of a rave about the universities and the campus and moving online. John, you think I've been going on about this for so long and it doesn't get much response, does it?
No, carry on.
Okay. I've got a new way of looking at it, maybe. What it is, in Exeter, like a lot of UK cities, maybe other places as well, there's a lot of student accommodation being built, and the city centre changes, and maybe people who live locally think that the building could be different, could be more housing for, and in a normal sort of style, something like that. And also, music retail is coming to an end. The compact disc shops have mostly gone, and streaming music is stronger. So over the last 20 years or so, that sort of shift has happened, and possibly something similar is happening with education, with learning online. So the question raised from that is, why are they still building all this accommodation, and why are they building the campus in the same sort of way? Should they put more energy into platforms? So there's a couple of things about this. On the twittering, there's a couple of tweets. One is my own link into articles, which I'll talk about in a moment. But there's another one today from Neil Mosley, who's a researcher into this area, and he says there's 600 online degree programs, but 5% are undergraduate degrees, and growth in this area continues to be minimal. So I think what he's saying is that the campus model is pretty much surviving for undergraduate degrees, and that's just going to stay normal. But it did change during the lockdown, and I think what I'm trying to do is to get the business schools to comment on it at all in any way, because I find if you ask them, something has happened. If you say something has happened with retail, something is happening with office space. There's more people working at home, so there's less office space needed. So therefore, why is the campus staying as ever it was? They're not really very interested. There's almost no reporting about this or research published that I can find. May be wrong about that, but that's how I think it is. If somebody knows different to that, would be good to know. So what I'm thinking now is I'm going to go to London anyway. Not quite sure when. Early next week probably.
So you won't be here next week?
No, I will be here by Wednesday. I'll be here.
Okay.
But I'm not quite sure when over the weekend I'm going to London.
Why are you going to London?
Well, I'm going to see Gary. I'm going to have a look at this and that.
Right.
I'm just going for a look.
Okay.
But I'm going to include the Olympic Park.
Okay.
Which is now called East Bank.
Right.
And there's bits of it that are open, including the London College of Fashion. And it turns out they have got a business school as part of that. So they would respond. This article, I saw an article in the Sunday Times last Sunday. It's Desolation Row, but shopping centres are right up Fraser's Street, which I think is a very interesting article. Exeter is mentioned, but it's not the only place. Apparently, Fraser's buy city centre sites, including Debenhams places, and then they've got various brands they can put into them. and they don't have to divide it all up. So they might buy the whole of Princess Hay, for example. We don't know. It's
Right.
just sort of speculating there. But if they did, then that would be local. We could see what they were doing, and there would be a theory about it from a business point of view. And I'm interested what the brands do. I mean, from this article, there's a random amount. Well, it's not random, but there's a large number of different brands that might exist in the UK, or they might be online. And then there's the various spaces. But you might just as well say that applies to London as an academic site. The London College of Fashion was an Oxford Street brand. Now it's a East Bank
Right.
brand. Is that a fair thing? Does that make sense, John? As a way of looking at it?
Yeah, I suppose it does. Yeah.
Well, we'll see what they've got to say about it. University of the Arts London is a sort of overall way of looking at it all. So there's other business schools in London, in other places. They're not all on the Olympic Park.